everybody. We need to turn off. Wait. There you go. Hello, everybody. I'm grateful that we're alive today. Yahoo! So welcome to accept you into every cell of my Seriously, I welcome to I was just like Seriously, I welcome and accept you into every cell of this reading, every cell of this channel. May you lead and guide these messages. I appreciate and thank you for your presence. Oh, hello, Sophie. Hello. I hope you're having a wonderful day today. I hope you're happy to be alive. I hope you're excited to do something today, maybe for some snacks or to make some art or hang out with your friends, whatever it is. I hope you're excited. I'm excited for today. I just got work today and I'm going to be doing this today. I might go roller skating today. I'm excited for today. Okay, I'm shuffling the cards. I'm going to start pulling them because I need to read the reading before I interact with anybody. I'll say hi, everybody, but the last few times I kind of get distracted because like so many people come into here and I get distracted from the reading, but this whole channel is to do readings. So I need to figure this out. We'll figure it out. I believe in this. We'll figure it out. Okay, I'm going to pull your cards for your general energy today. We're feeling very buggy today. Sophie said, my friend just left me when we're hanging out. Oh, you were just hanging out with your friend? Past energy, we have the star. Yahoo, that must have been fun. Hopefully they get home safe, and hopefully you guys get to hang out again next time. Okay, the star in your past energy. Star in your past energy. Air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Oh no! The card fell here. Am I gonna be able to reach it? Oh, I don't think so. I need to reach the card really quick. Hold on. Oh, where'd you go, card? Aha. Can't hide from me. You can't hide from me. Oh, current energy, we have the Ten of Cups, which is, we had the Ten of Cups in the current energy yesterday too. So maybe you're thinking, or this is going to be like family-oriented reading again. Which is kind of fun. I love family. Family over everything. I love family. You know, I don't get along with my family, but I know that one day I'll find soul family that loves me just the way I am. And so I still love family, even though, because I have hope that I will find who is for me. Sophie said but she called me a bitch. Oh, no. Did you get sad? No. Well, you can say, well, if that hurt your feelings, then that's probably disrespectful. Aw, you're sad. She disrespected you. I'm sorry your friend disrespected you, Sophie. Oh, hi, Liam. Wait, let me just say this real quick. Future energy is the King of Pentacles. Hi, Liam and Spirit. I'm happy you guys have made it to stopping by. Hi. And then hi, Beanhead, too. But that's sad, Sophie. I hope that you're okay. I hope that doesn't ruin your day. I hope that you guys make up. I hope you can communicate to your friend that hurt your feelings, and I hope that your friend understands or respects you enough to want to change their pattern or their habit so that you feel loved and appreciated too. Aww. Dad Unda said, I love your voice. Wah, wah. Thank you. I appreciate it. Clock said, how have you been? My spirit say hi. I've been wonderful, splendid, spectacular. Last Friday I went to my very first concert, which was, I really liked it. I enjoyed it. Well, I'm very introverted. I liked the dancing to the music part, but I didn't like the people part. I'm very introverted, so it was kind of overwhelming, but I liked the music and the dancing. I would go and listen to music and dance at a concert again. I thought it was fun. How have you and the spirits been, Liam? And hi, spirits! Ho, ho, ho! I'm so happy that there's doll spirits in here. That's so fun. If you guys don't know, Clocks IV, they have dolls, haunted dolls, and they communicate with Liam. Their name is Liam. Clocks, when I say Liam, that's Clocks IV. But I think that's so fun. Dead Undead said, how do you talk like a cute hamster baby? A cute hamster baby. Pretend we didn't hear that. Krypton's. Krypton just laughed. Clock says, that would have been a challenge for me, social anxiety. Yes, I was kind of just like, I stood in the back, and then at one point I went and I sat and I read some magazine that was on the chair, and then I just kind of like kept to myself. I don't know, people were like, hey, come join our group, and then like I would stand there, and then I would be like, nice meeting you, I'm gonna go now, and then I would go back to the back, and then there's another person, and they're like, hey, you can hi, and I'm like, hi, and then I went back into the back. I'm very introverted. But I like being in society. It makes me happy. People make me happy, but also I'm terrified. That I cannot speak right now. Dead says, my chickens say good morning. Hi, chickens. Thank you for stopping by my live. Hi, chickens. Do you feed them all your vegetable scraps? Krypton said, you remind me of an old friend. Aww, you should say hello to them. Clack said, we've been good. I'm taking my spirits out tomorrow, and they're going to look after me. Where are you guys gonna go? You guys are gonna go on an adventure together? Are you guys gonna go on a car ride together? Or what? Oh, that would be cute. If I saw somebody with their haunted dolls, I would smile. That would make me happy. Dead Undead, a chicken is a female? You don't what if they don't want to, what if they're tired of everybody calling them a female? What if they're tired they wanna what if a chicken and they're like, I wanna look beefy, stop calling me a female, I wanna be beefy? What if they're like that? What if they're, this is making me uncomfortable. Scarecrow said hi. Let me finish this reading. I'm gonna pull clarifiers and then I'll come back, okay? Let me read this last part and then I'll do this and then Tim says hello, hi. And Clack says, we're visiting the cemetery with then my mother. Ooh, are you visiting somebody at the cemetery? If so, I wish you all the best. I hope you get through it and I hope your heart doesn't hurt too bad. And I hope you guys are safe on the way to your mother's. That sounds fun. A cemetery. If it's for fun, then have fun. But if it's a loved one, I can feel your heart hurting. I hope that you're gonna be okay. Okay, let me pull the clarifiers and then read the reading, and I'll go back to it because lots of people are starting to join, and there's gonna be 2,000 comments, and I feel bad if you guys have stopped by in previous readings and I didn't get to your comment because I like giving everybody attention and everybody that comments, I want to read it. So I'm like still like all the way at the top at the beginning, but then there's like 2,000 more comments that are new and I don't get to them. So if you're from one of those past streams, hi and welcome. Sorry, there's too many comments and I have a job that I actually have to get to after this, so I can't make my lives too long. Let me pull clarifiers, start the energy reading, and then I'll catch up on the comments, okay? I see everybody in there. Hi, welcome. I see, oh, clarifying the star in your past, we have the Two of Wands. The Two of Wands, the Two of Wands. The star? Are you wanting to be somebody who is in the public eye? Whether it's like politics, public speaking, public or platforms. Clarifying the 10 of Cups in your current energy, we have, what do we have? The Three of Wands. I'm gonna pull a few more clarifiers because I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Current energy, the 10, or in the current, we have the 10 of Cups and the 3 of Wands. And then in your future, the King of Pentacles clarified by the Queen of Pentacles. I need some water. I felt like somebody just grabbed my throat. Who just goddamn grabbed my throat? It felt like somebody like took their hand and then like goddamn stuck their fingers into my throat. Who'll be doing that out there, huh? Okay. I had a tear come out. I was like, ow. Okay, past energy, 2 of Wands, the Star. Is this your parents in your future, or is this you? Let me get clarify. What is this Star and 2 of Wands in the past? I have a feeling that you had like a revelation about yourself in the past. Like there's something that made you realize that you like yourself, or like this aspect about yourself. Two of Wands. Almost seems like you want to share this aspect about yourself with others. I wonder why. Let me get it clarified. I'm like, The Four Wands. With the Judgment. Are you somebody that wants to be in the public eye? That's what I'm picking up, is that you had... It feels like you're very good at coexisting with the universe and or co-creating with the universe. Things kind of just work out for you. Or this is like your past energy that I'm reading. But this is what your past energy was, if it's resonating. Things just kind of flowed and worked out for you. There was something that led you to that. I'm kind of confused. Because the Two of Wands, it's like clarifying the star. You love some sort of, you came to a realization of your love for a certain aspect about yourself. And I don't know how to put this into words. But like the end idea of you sharing this part of yourself with the world made you very happy. Like it almost seemed like this would be your wishes fulfilled. What is this aspect about you? I think it has something to do with speaking. The star. It's like encouraging, uplifting others. It has something to do with positive energy where like when you're in this energy, when you're in this character, when you're acting as this role, it has a very positive, like others have a very positive reaction. Possibly even like plants, because you know how like if you speak negatively to a plant it dies, and if you speak positively it has a positive effect. You might have even tested that. As silly as that sounds, you might have even tested this trait of yours on plants. It's like plant tested and approved. So I would never test products on animals. Never. Okay, that's your past energy. I'm gonna move into your current energy. We are possibly gonna touch back on these cards, but there's not many. Okay, I was a little bit worried. There's 107 people in here and only 4 likes. You guys, you just sitting in here hating on me. Go with your finger and go bing. I'm gonna take your finger and go bing. Come on, press the like button. There's 107 of you in here. Only 4 likes. Huh. Come on. Current energy, 3 of Wands, 10 of Cups. 3 of Wands, 10 of Cups clarified by the 3 of Wands, actually. Family? Is family helping you realize this? Is family helping support you in achieving whatever you have in mind? I'm gonna call it a goal. Is that what you call, or a vision? A vision and or a goal? You do have one. I want to say your family is helping you through this. You're probably very close to your family. What kind of signs do we have out here? Oh, well, we have Earth out there. Oh, actually, and then in your future energy, we do have the Queen of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles. I feel like I'm reading for somebody who's younger. King of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, because the King of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles doesn't feel like your energy. It feels like your guardians in life, whether it's whoever your guardians are. you can have two mothers as guardians or two fathers, like one is in like masculine energy, one is in a feminine. Maybe they're both in feminine, but we do have masculine and feminine out here. So whoever your guardians are, I do feel like this is them. And also, these cards, the King of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, also feels like your guardians in life possibly also started their own businesses, or were entrepreneurs. They know how to work with money, they know how to manage money, they know how to invest money, where to invest money, where to not invest money. Let me get a clarifier for this 10 of Cups, 3 of Wands. But I do very much feel like this is your family surrounding you, whoever you consider your family, because it does not have to be blood family. Whoever you consider your family, it feels like your family is very much supporting you through this vision, through this goal that you have. And this came out first, this came out second, but it does feel like they're standing like behind you, like this is you, like you've already started certain actions, and you're kind of just like standing there like watching them take place, and then your family is like behind you, rooting you on, supporting you. Feels very wholesome. This reading feels very wholesome. Okay, let me catch up on the comments and then I'll finish this up. Hopefully we don't lose the energy. Should I finish the reading first and then catch up? Because I might lose the energy. I'm going to finish it because I do lose energy very fast. And I do not want to lose this energy. I want to finish it because if I go to the comments, I might not even come back to the reading. And that has been frustrating for me these last few lives. So let me finish it. I'm sorry. I see you guys in there. Hi. I see you in there. But let me finish this before I lose the energy. I get distracted very easily. I get off track very easily. And if I lose my train of thought, I am not getting it back. Let's get a clarifier for the 10 of Cups, the 3 of Wands, and your current energy. What? Really quick. Finish up this reading and catch up on your guys' comments. Okay, clarifier for the 3 of Wands, the 10 of Cups, we have the 6 of Swords. If there was any sort of like turmoil, if there was any sort of like delays in your journey, hiccups, maybe this is metaphorical, but like a flat tire, or maybe your windshield got a crack, or somebody crashed into your car and broke off the like side mirror, something like that, like little things. If those things were happening to you, and those are all metaphorical, like it could be different, like your shoe broke, you needed to buy new shoes, or somebody spilled coffee on your clothes, or you are moving into calmer water. And maybe also things like how a lot of people come into here and they just go meow, 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 and they just bully, maybe things like that. You're also moving away from that if you had to deal with those types of things. Definitely being surrounded with good people that stand up for you as well. You guys, there's very much mutual respect with the people that you're going to keep around you, and or deciding to keep around you. There's very much mutual respect there. On the bottom, we do have the 10 of Pentacles. I will be grabbing a clarifier for the King of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles. I have a feeling that your guardians in life did really work on their finances and figure them out. We have clarifying the King and Queen of Pentacles. We have the guidebook. So very much so. It almost feels like your guardians are becoming in your future, are going to become your financial mentors. This is what we have for your future, the cards. King, Queen, and the guidebook. I also want to say that whoever these are for you, it doesn't even have to be like guardians that you grew up with. Maybe this is just like a pair of people that you got to know outside of family, but I do feel like it's family. Again, whatever resonates, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. They're going to be very much, I want to say their presence is going to be very loud within your financial situation, which I feel like you're going to grow to be very grateful for. They also may become the people that manage your finances in the future. I don't know who this reading was for, but you have had a vision in your past. You took steps towards it. You have lots of family, friends, good people around you that are supporting you. And moving into the future, dealing with your finances, because I do see it as being very successful for you. And it does feel like it's a job, but more in the entertainment industry, I want to say. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Okay, I think that's about it. I think that's about it for this one. This sweater is making me so uncomfortable. Like, in real life, I would be okay, but on camera, I'm like... Okay, let me catch up to these comments really quick. Let me put these cards away. Dark Undead said, how did you learn, Dark Undead said, how did you learn to speak like a sweet, precious little lily salamander and believed in that believed in magic? Magic. Brian says, Plug say what? And then Franco said, beautiful. Beanhead said, mwah. Franco said, hey, hey. Clark said, thank you, Hud. It's my cousin in the cemetery, and I'll have to ask my spirits where they are because I'm struggling to find the grave. Aww. I hope you're okay, Liam. I hope you're okay. And may your cousins rest in peace. And hopefully your spirits can help guide you. And Krypton says, do chickens get offended when you call them chicks? It probably depends on the chicken, because everybody's different and everybody likes different things. Let's Get Weird says, mods, who wants to be a mod? We gotta go through and delete the bullies and block them because I want more space for good people. Goldo said, what's going on here? And then Goldo said, what are you reading? And then they also said, I don't know if I should be here then. Let me get my polarize. I don't know what that says. Crippen said she's reading tarot cards. Brian Farrell said, don't take any advice from someone that couldn't. Really? They said, don't take any advice from someone that couldn't see the future hate of them tattoos. I don't have to deal with bullies. You guys think that, like, it's okay to bully people, and that's okay if you're an adult and that's how you view the world. Like, flip, you gotta face yourself, but I don't have to deal with bullies. You guys coming in here and you're mad that I don't want to deal with a bully? Like, okay. You guys are, like, clinging on to being a bully? Okay, we have 366 people in here and only 4 likes. You guys are all, like, just in here sitting and hating? Oh, flip. Only 4 people liked it. Goldo said, read me. Goldo, are you still in here? But I'm not gonna, if I scroll to the very bottom, I'm gonna lose where these comments are, and then I'm gonna have to look again. Goldo, are you still in here? I don't know, but I'm afraid to scroll. Let me scroll. I don't see Goldo's comments. Okay, they're not in here. Okay, let me scroll back up, keep reading. Okay. Mark said, yeah, way to ruin your own life. Huh? Okay, you do you. Black Screen said, it's very religious comment, I don't want to read it. Naveen said, is signal working? Bing, 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 bing. No. Ever. No. Ever. No, it's not working. Clock said, plant tested and approved. Yes, you gotta plant test your energy. Gotta. Bellum says, no, Bellum, that's your thing, but no, I'm not gonna read it, I'm not gonna do it, that's your thing, you do you, I'm not participating. Goldo says, do a reading. But Goldo, I asked if you were here, and then I went down there to even check. I did that for you, and you were not here. Everdraw says, hello, how are you today? Hi, Ever. I'm doing splendid, spectacular. I'm happy to be alive. Krypton says, I'm an Aries. My sun is a Pisces, but my communication, what is communication? Venus is Aries as well. The law says, well, you're expecting people to trust your word when you're reading out of your card and are maybe 20. I'm not expecting nobody to believe me. I'm here for fun. I'm here because I want to be, and then if people want to be here and listen to me, they can. If they don't have to be here. I'm not forcing nobody. Young Bruises said, I'm just gonna get mods. Who wants to be a mod, please? R&R said, what is this? Laughing faces. Chris M said, please find God. Okay, thanks for judging me based off of just meeting me. We know that I would not feel safe around you. Everybody else can decide how they feel. Mike Webster said, don't do drugs. Belle said, you got a lot of problems, don't you? I don't think I feel safe around Belle, but we'll see what else they say. Ever says, does the skeleton in the back have a name? Ever, no they don't. Do you want to name them? Somebody came in here and they asked the same question, and I assigned the task for them to name it, and then I think they disappeared, or I didn't see the comment. So Ever, if you want to name it, go for it. I will appreciate it. Krypton says, bruh, she believes in God. Chill. I know. All these people. R and RV said, he is not good. Clack says, come on, guys. Stop hating and appreciate what she's doing. R and R, I don't know if I feel safe around them. They said hi as a lefty. Krypton said, can you mod me? Krypton has been very respectful in here. I will definitely mod them. Let's see, add as a moderator. I'm gonna make you a standard moderator, and if I like how you moderate, then I'm gonna promote you to a managing moderator. You'll get a little promotion. Neatly said, I smoked crack once. That's not a good idea. Zealot said, Krypton, she believes in God. Why is she playing with witch cards? Did I ever say I'm a witch? I literally love tarot, but I don't even associate with being a witch. People just assume they come in here and they're like, I'm gonna hate them because... But I never even called myself a witch, nor do I associate with being a witch. Dingus said, lies. Nobody smokes crack just once. Don't smoke crack, okay, everybody? Don't. Stay safe. Safety before anything. Crypto says, so, tarot card readings is fun. Troy said, Jesus loves you, hope you know that. Dingus said, that's sweet that you let a little kid draw on your face. And so what if my child drew on my face? So what? Nate Lee said, true, it's once a year, usually around Thanksgiving. I don't know what Nate is talking about. Was I saying that? Or were they replying to something that I said? Krypton said, I go to church every Sunday and do services, and I still do tarot card readings. Oh, see, everybody? Stop harassing tarot card readers. I don't even every tarot card reader that I've watched, because I've been watching tarot card readings a lot. I have a lot of history of watching tarot card readings, and every live that I've ever sat in of a tarot card reader, there's so many people just being mean to them, and I'm like, what is the point? What is the point? Dinga said, I feel you, Nate. I gotta smoke crack to deal with my family too. You got a terrible family. I'm sorry, Dingus. That is never easy to go through. Especially not having a healthy... That's not easy to go through. Goldo said, who are you reading? I was reading a general reading. And then Clack said, yes, finish it. When I was asking, should I finish or I'm going to lose my track of thought? Dingus said, don't lose the energy. Yahoo! I didn't lose it. I finished the reading. Arthur said, hi. Dax said, Cap, Miss Cleo. I don't know what that means. Troy said, Jesus is the way. Tabassum said, what is your religion? I do not have a religion. I personally do not like religion. If you find happiness within religion, go for it. Be happy. But I personally just call myself spiritual. I don't know. I believe in source, as in like whatever people call God, or some people call law, or others call the universe. I believe somebody created me, somebody created this deck of cards, or somebody created this phone, or somebody created this plastic bottle. I kind of believe that I have a creator. And I think because I can't even conceptualize the mind that could create, like, we're on a spaceship that doesn't even have a roof, and somebody has the knowledge of how to bring that together, put it into motion, and have it fly through infinite space for literal millions of years? Huh? It's pretty incredible. Whoever like, I think that it's incredible that somebody can create a car. I'm like, what the heck? How'd you put that wire? How do you know where that wire goes? Like, there's like connections there and connections there. Like, how? What? And you created this? How? What? Creations? I like creating. I like people creating. I like the fact that somebody created a space for then individuals to create too. I don't know. I think it's amazing. I think this place, I love living. I love this. Oh, that was to the question, what is your religion? I don't have a religion. I just appreciate existence. And well, I believe in source, so I do believe in God, but I don't have a religion. I don't like religion. That was a long tangent. I apologize. Jay said, they said, what's on your face? Which, I just don't want to read that kind of comment. And it's kind of just getting old, so I'm just gonna. Krypton said, Jesus. And Sway said, Xanax for you. And Troy said, Jesus loves you. Toki said, can you grow up? How about you appreciate people that are different than you? I have a very childlike spirit, and I love my childlike spirit. And I will happily stay where I'm happy, and that is in my childlike spirit. Krypton says, I love tarot card readings. Sharon said, Krypton, I'm glad that we can share something that we both appreciate and love. Sharon said, Hagstorm, or I mean, I always do that. Sorry, I read you guys' name and then your last name, I start reading it as your comment. I'm sorry, my brain, that's just how it does things. Sharon Hagstorm said, hello, my name is Sharon. What will be happening in the future? Sharon, you want me to pull you a card? Are you still in here? I can pull you a card if you want me to. Pew Pew said, I'm not sure what that means. Inside for wall said, MAGA? I don't know. No. Shorty Jila said, do you ever question your life? Shorty Jila is just a bully and I would not feel safe around them. You guys can decide for yourself, but they would bully a stranger the first thing that they do. They wouldn't even get to know them. They would just start to, like, bully them. I don't feel safe around them. Troy said, Jesus, look, I don't feel comfortable around religious comments, but you guys can go for it because it doesn't hurt anybody. But if I skip your religious comment, just don't take it personally. I personally don't like religion. But again, if somebody finds happiness in religion, I'm not trying to take that away from them. But if I skip your religious comment, just know it's because I don't have nothing against you. You can keep commenting that. Tommy R78 said, have you ever thought, okay, Tommy literally does not know nothing about me and just came here making fun of me. Okay, thank you for letting us know you're not safe. Inside for wall said, America was never great, honestly. They said make America great again, but America was never great. Zach Rincon said, are you seeing one battle after another? TF said, where are you from? I'm from the United States, but I hate that name. And if we can find a new name for the United States that includes diversity, includes the Black community, the Indigenous community, the Hispanic community, the Asian community, the Indian community, everybody, I would appreciate that just in here because I hate saying America. So if we can think of a name to give it here, I would love that. Maybe like Rainbow Town. I live from Rainbow Town. Paradox said, oh, Paradox is a bully. I do not feel safe around them. You guys can decide for yourself. Again, everybody is connected, and I wish for your learning of the lessons and realizing that it's not okay to bully people online. Keep moving forward. Krypton said, read me. Are you still in here? I'll pull Krypton a card. Krypton, I'm pulling you a card, okay? And then we're going to leave at an hour, so we have 15 more minutes. I'll catch up on the rest of the comments after that. Sir, so I welcome and accept you into this reading for Krypton. May you guide and lead the messages. I appreciate it. Thank you. Let's pull a card for Krypton. What? Krypton, you got the 9 of Wands. The energy I'm feeling is like you're not willing to allow anybody to take your spot. Whether it's like your job, your place in community, you worked really hard for some sort of position. And you know that this is kind of what makes you happy, but also at the same time, you're kind of confused because you're so tired and exhausted from putting like the effort in kind of like defending yourself from others. I don't even want to say, because I want to say this position and or this place and community came very naturally to you. And it makes you very happy, whatever it is for you. And you may be somebody who speaks. Maybe you're like a teacher having to do with the mind. Maybe you said you go to church. Maybe it has something to do with like teaching in the church, speaking in the church. But it also doesn't even have to be that environment. Whatever resonates, if this is resonating. I'm going to scroll all the way down and see if they're in here. I think they left. Krypton said okay, but I don't know when they said that. Krypton, you in here? Krypton, you in here? I think Krypton left. I'm gonna wait a few seconds. If they say anything, then I'll continue for them. But if not, I'm gonna go back to the comments and keep on reading. Also, you have the Knight of Swords underneath the deck too. Krypton, too late. Too long. I'm going back to the messages. Let's see. Where were we? Right here. Okay. Deep Dirt said, who is standing behind the car looking in the window? He's creeping me out. He keeps popping out of nowhere. It's probably a ghost. Actually, I have had a lot of experiences with ghosts. Somebody said, we love Charlie Kirk. No, we don't. No, we don't. You might, and you're allowed to project whatever you want. But in here, no, we don't. Kyle Corin said, hey, I could use a little help with direction. Kyle, do you want me to pull a card for you? I could do that if you would want me to. I'll scroll down in a few seconds and see if you say yes or no, if you're still in here. Kyle Corn. Cody L said, holy crap. Empty said, you're just making statements about life. This isn't a reading. Okay. You can share your opinion if you want. Not a problem. Andrew said, your tattoos are so not. Carlos said, show your Pokemon cards, please. Carlos, you're gonna have to teach me about Pokemon because I have no idea what that is. I know it's like cards, but I don't get the concept of Pokemon. Pretty sure it's a video game and or it's an anime. It's either a video game and or an anime. One of those. Krypton says, no one cares about fictional characters. I do. I love anime, Krypton. Laser Garden said, this is evil. Bruh, it's scary to you? Then I'm scary to you. Lazar said, playing with fire. Empty said, she can't read. Dustin said, why do people say hurtful, wrong things? What purpose does it serve to say mean things to her other than trying to reserve your spot in hell? Be nice to people. It's because they want to make themselves feel better, because they want to, these people, they want to see me fall because of them, but it's not going to happen. They're just exposing that they're awful human beings. But I'm kind of grateful because they're exposing who they are right off the bat. Like, none of us are going to have to question if we ever run into these people, if they're good or not. We're just going to be like, oh, not safe. I'm going to go that way. Thanks for letting us know. All the way back then. And I'm kind of just accepting it. Like, yes, it sucks, and I'm not gonna stand, like, I'm not gonna allow it. Obviously, I'm gonna either delete them, tell them off, or just, like, hide them, report them. But I think that's just what being in the public eye, because public eye means being kind of, like, in the spotlight. And the moths always fly into the light. So these are just kind of like moths that need light in their lives, but they're used to living in the darkness. So when they come into the light, they kind of just get shot down. I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll figure these people out. I hope that they evolve and grow, because I don't want nobody else to have to deal with them. Clock Slim said, I hope you have a good day at work, hon. Thank you, Liam. I appreciate it. Okay, there's this comment that a lot of people comment, and it says, make asylums great again. Asylums? Is that like when immigrants, because I've been hearing that term a lot, about people talking about, like, trouble areas in the world, and those people are, like, seeking a safe place in the universe. Asylums? And so if they're, like, safe places for people, is that what that means? Because I'm all for that. We gotta help each other out when we can. Okay, empty is just gonna get reported and deleted. Mods, if somebody is just, like, coming in here and just, like, going off like that, that's somebody that to be deleted. Krypton said, religious fanatics. I'm actually confused by you, Krypton, because you were going off about religion, but then you wrote a comment that said God doesn't exist, and now I'm not sure what Krypton is. I'm not sure. I'm confused by you, Krypton. Mr. Anonymous says, for real, this is where you take readings from or advice. I'm not sure what Mr. Anonymous means. Random Taco said, free bird. Billy says, I don't know what that is. Krypton, I asked you if you wanted me to read you, and then you were not here. John says you're, they say I'm a demon. Rah, rah. I'm gonna come haunt you, John. I'm gonna come haunt you in your dreams, John. I'm just gonna go in your dreams, and I'm gonna go, and then you're gonna be like, ah, a demon is gonna take over my heart, and I'm gonna go, I'm gonna go, you're gonna be like, ah. John said, you're a demon. I'll come haunt you in your dreams, John. Haha. Clark said, thank you, sweetie. Joy said, Troy is gonna get blocked, and I'm gonna read the comment, and you're gonna know why. They said God is good and he loves all of you. And Jesus tells you not to partake in such things as witchcraft, in which is tarot cards. No. 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 Try, no. I will not accept that comment. You just coming in here sharing how much you found happiness in religion, how much religion makes you happy is okay. But saying that type of thing is not okay in here. AG says, Jesus Christ loves you, sweetie. God bless you. Sending you love. Thank you. Don Grillo said, Jesus loves you. Troy says something that is not accepted in here. Charlie is not to rest in peace. Okay, Linky says, I like your hair. And what made you want face tattoos? It was really an expression, or like a stance, or kind of like a statement to the guardians that I grew up around that were narcissistic and tried to force their wants upon me and didn't let me choose anything for myself. They were very much micromanaging. So this was kind of like my statement. I said, here I am. I deserve to choose what I want to. And that was that. And then I got them. Labor said, how long ago, or how... Okay. They're just making fun of people who are different mentally than them, and that is not okay in here. So Labamir is not welcome here. Finn's Ugly Corner said, booger! Ooh, booger! AGF, GF, SDFA said, yo. Goldo said, let's be mods. Was I kind of confused about, let me see what Goldo said. Actually, what's more united, what's more inclusive than the word united? Well, then we can keep united, but I don't want the states, because it was not united, because it was just white men creating rules in that name. I do. Actually, united is very inclusive for all the immigrants. I did get more likes, Goldo. Okay, I'll make you a mod because your comments, I didn't see them, but they're not bad. I feel safe around you, so I'm gonna make you a mod. Actually, okay, we can call United. I'm not sure. I guess that is a good representation of all the immigrants that live here. But I'm so sad because United. But why is the indigenous community suffering so much? Why did they never get any of the resources from this land? Why did they just get kicked off the land and then didn't get none of the resources that came along with the land? Why are they suffering? They didn't get no resources. That's not united. I'm sad. And then the Hispanic community is getting deported. I'm sad. That's not united. The Asian community is being mistreated. I'm sad. That's not united. The Black community never got an apology for goddamn being legally considered okay to be slaves. They never got a public apology from the government. That's not united. I don't know. I still don't like it. Okay, we're at an hour. Who is Fifi said, you demon. Ooh, who is Fifi? I'm gonna haunt you in your dreams. I'm gonna go, and I'm gonna go, and I'm gonna go rah, and you're gonna be like, it's a demon. Okay. I'm gonna be haunting all you guys in your dreams, and I'm gonna be so, it's gonna be fun. I'm gonna get out of here. Thank you everybody that stopped by. Thank you everybody that commented. Thank you everybody that liked. Thank you for everybody with a good heart. That is actually getting to know me instead of judging me right off the bat and just saying something mean. Thank you everybody that's sticking around, getting to know me. I appreciate it. I hope you guys all return. Sorry for all the comments that I was not able to catch up on, but I have to keep on moving in my day. I have a job that I have to get to. I hope that you guys come back next time. If you were kind-hearted, if you were a bully, just don't even come back. just keep it moving along. Honestly, you don't have to obsess over me. You don't have to have my attention, okay? I promise you, you won't die without my attention, okay? But all the good-hearted people, I hope to see you guys again. Sorry if I didn't get to read your comment. Thank you again for liking, commenting. Yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Wow. You guys, a head pat. Wait, me first. Did I do a good job? Okay, you next. Okay, bye everybody. I'm gonna go. Bye.